If you've ever wondered why some people seem to navigate life's emotional ups and downs with grace and ease, while others struggle, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the world of emotional intelligence. We'll explore what it means to be emotionally intelligent and break down the 12 key traits that emotionally intelligent people share. But don't worry, if you feel you're lacking in some of these areas, the good news is that these traits can be learned and developed over time. So whether you're aiming to improve your personal relationships, boost your professional success, or simply gain a better understanding of yourself, stick around, because we're about to share some life-changing insights. Let's get started. Before we dive into the specific traits, let's start with a simple yet powerful question. What exactly is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, also known as EQ, is the ability to understand, manage, and use your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others in positive ways. This skill is essential for forming strong relationships, making informed decisions, and navigating stressful situations. Imagine emotional intelligence as your emotional compass. It guides you through your feelings and helps you understand both yourself and others better. And just like any other skill, it can be learned and improved with practice. In fact, Daniel Goleman, one of the pioneers in this field, categorized EQ into 4 main domains: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. These domains lay the foundation for all the traits we'll be exploring in this video. Now let's break down each of the 12 traits that emotionally intelligent people share and discuss how you can start developing them today. The first and perhaps most crucial trait of emotionally intelligent people is self-awareness. Self-awareness means having a clear understanding of your own emotions and how they impact your thoughts, behaviors, and interactions. Think of it as shining a spotlight on your inner world. When you're self-aware, you're able to recognize when you're stressed, happy, anxious, or even when you're bottling up emotions. This awareness allows you to pause, reflect, and understand why you're feeling a certain way. But how can you develop self-awareness? Start by regularly checking in with yourself throughout the day. Ask yourself questions like, how am I feeling right now? Or, what triggered this emotion? Journaling can be a powerful tool here, as it helps you put your thoughts and feelings into words, making them easier to analyze. Set aside 5 minutes each day to write about your emotions, what caused them, and how you responded. Over time, you'll start noticing patterns and gain a greater understanding of your emotional world. Moving on to the second trait, self-regulation. This is the ability to manage your emotions, especially in challenging situations. Ever found yourself getting heated in an argument or overwhelmed by stress? Self-regulation is what helps you stay cool, calm, and collected. Instead of reacting impulsively, emotionally intelligent people are able to pause, assess the situation, and choose a more measured response. They don't let their emotions dictate their actions, which often leads to more positive outcomes. To improve your self-regulation, practice mindfulness. When you feel your emotions rising, instead of reacting immediately, take a deep breath and count to 10. This simple act can give you the space needed to respond thoughtfully, rather than react emotionally. Imagine you're stuck in traffic and feel your frustration building. Instead of honking and stressing out, take a deep breath and focus on something positive. Maybe use this time to listen to your favorite podcast or music. This is self-regulation in action. Next up is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. Empathy is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence because it allows us to connect with others on a deeper level. When you're empathetic, you're better equipped to support others, resolve conflicts, and build strong, meaningful relationships. To practice empathy, try active listening. When someone is speaking to you, focus entirely on what they're saying without thinking about your response. Truly listen, and then reflect back what you heard, showing them that you understand. If a coworker confides in you about a stressful situation at work, instead of immediately offering advice, empathize by saying, "That sounds really tough. I can see why you're feeling overwhelmed." Sometimes, feeling understood is more comforting than any advice you could give. Social awareness is closely related to empathy, but has its own unique focus. This trait involves understanding the social dynamics at play in any given situation. It's about reading between the lines, recognizing subtle cues, and understanding how your words and actions might be perceived by others. Emotionally intelligent people are often attuned to the needs and feelings of those around them, even if they aren't explicitly stated. This awareness helps them navigate social situations gracefully and effectively. To boost your social awareness, start paying attention to body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. These nonverbal cues often reveal more than words alone. The next time you're in a group setting, take a moment to observe how people interact with one another. Who seems engaged? Who might be feeling left out? What is the overall mood of the room? The more you practice, the better you'll get at picking up on these subtleties. Clear and effective communication is another hallmark of emotionally intelligent people. Strong communication skills involve not just speaking clearly, but also listening attentively and being able to express your thoughts and emotions in a way that others can easily understand. Good communicators are able to convey their message without ambiguity, ensuring that their meaning is understood. This trait is essential for both personal and professional success because it fosters transparency and builds trust. To improve your communication skills, practice being concise but clear. Before speaking, take a moment to think about what you want to say and how best to say it. If you're unsure if your message was received as intended, don't hesitate to ask for feedback. If you're in a team meeting and need to present an idea, instead of diving into lengthy explanations, start with a clear, concise summary. Something like, "Here's the main challenge we're facing, and I have a potential solution that I'd like to share." This structure keeps your audience engaged and makes your point easier to follow. Curiosity is another trait that sets emotionally intelligent people apart. But what does curiosity have to do with emotional intelligence? Well, a curious mind is open to learning, growing, and understanding the perspectives of others. This open-mindedness prevents us from being too rigid or judgmental. When you're curious, you're more likely to ask questions, listen more intently, and seek out new experiences. All of these behaviors contribute to deeper understanding and stronger connections with others. To cultivate curiosity, challenge yourself to learn something new every day. This could be as simple as reading an article outside your normal interests, asking a colleague about their role, or trying a new hobby. Curiosity keeps your mind flexible and engaged. Next time you find yourself in a conversation, instead of waiting for your turn to speak, ask a follow-up question to show interest in the other person's perspective. For example, "That's really interesting. How did you get into that field?" This shows genuine curiosity and deepens your understanding. A positive outlook is a trait that emotionally intelligent people often share. This doesn't mean ignoring life's difficulties or being unrealistically optimistic. Instead, it's about maintaining hope and looking for solutions even in challenging situations. People with a positive outlook tend to be more resilient, bouncing back from setbacks quicker and maintaining a stronger sense of well-being. To foster a positive outlook, practice gratitude. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, shift your focus to what went right and what you can learn from any situation. Incorporating a gratitude journal into your daily routine can be a powerful way to rewire your brain to look for the positives. Let's say you didn't get a job you interviewed for. Instead of focusing on the rejection, ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? And how can it help me in my next opportunity? This shift in focus helps keep your outlook positive and forward-thinking. Change is the only constant in life, and emotionally intelligent people are adaptable. Adaptability means being open to new ideas, flexible in your thinking, and willing to adjust your approach when faced with unexpected challenges. Rather than resisting change, emotionally intelligent people see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This trait is crucial for navigating today's fast-paced world, where adaptability is key to both personal and professional success. To improve your adaptability, start by shifting your mindset about change. Instead of seeing it as something to be feared, view it as a chance to try new things and expand your horizons. When faced with a new challenge, remind yourself that change often brings new opportunities. Practice embracing smaller changes in your daily routine, like taking a different route to work or trying new approaches at work. These little adjustments build your adaptability muscle and prepare you for bigger shifts. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but in reality, it's a powerful trait of emotionally intelligent people. Vulnerability means being open about your feelings, sharing your fears and struggles, and allowing yourself to be seen for who you truly are. Far from being a liability, vulnerability fosters deeper connections with others and builds trust. Emotionally intelligent people understand that showing vulnerability requires courage, and that it paves the way for authenticity and genuine relationships. To practice vulnerability, start by being honest with yourself about your emotions. Are you feeling anxious, scared, or overwhelmed? Acknowledge those feelings. Then, open up to someone you trust. It's okay to share your struggles. You might find that it strengthens your relationships. Imagine you're going through a tough time at work. Instead of putting up a brave face and pretending everything is fine, consider sharing your concerns with a trusted colleague or friend. You might say, "I'm really struggling with this project right now and could use some advice." This simple act of vulnerability can lead to valuable support and deeper connections. Learning from experience is a critical trait of emotionally intelligent people. They don't just go through life passively. They actively reflect on their experiences, both good and bad, to gain insights and improve. Every challenge, mistake, or success becomes a learning opportunity. Emotionally intelligent people use these lessons to enhance their decision-making, relationships, and overall well-being. To develop this trait, make reflection a regular part of your routine. After completing a project, having a significant conversation, or going through a challenging situation, take a few moments to think about what you learned. What went well? What could you do differently next time? Writing down these insights can help solidify the lessons. Consider keeping a dedicated reflection journal, where you jot down key takeaways from significant events or interactions. Over time, this practice will help you become more self-aware and intentional in your actions. Emotionally intelligent people understand the importance of seeking support when they need it. They know that they don't have to face everything alone, and that reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Whether it's seeking advice from a mentor, talking to a therapist, or simply confiding in a friend, emotionally intelligent people use their support systems effectively. They also provide support to others, creating a mutually beneficial network of trust and care. To cultivate this trait, don't be afraid to seek help when you're struggling. Identify people in your life who you can turn to for support, and don't hesitate to lean on them when needed. Remember, it's okay to ask for help, and doing so can make a significant difference in your emotional well-being. If you're facing a tough decision at work, consider reaching out to a mentor for guidance. You might say, "I'm feeling uncertain about this next step and would really value your perspective." Seeking support not only provides you with valuable insights, but it also strengthens your relationships with those who are there for you. The final trait that emotionally intelligent people share is the practice of celebrating progress. Life is a journey, and progress is made one step at a time. Emotionally intelligent people recognize that it's important to celebrate these small wins along the way. Celebrating progress reinforces positive behaviors, boosts motivation, and helps maintain a positive outlook. It's a way of acknowledging your efforts and giving yourself a pat on the back, even when the end goal is still far off. To develop this habit, take time to recognize and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Did you complete a challenging task? Did you handle a difficult conversation with grace? Did you muster up the courage to try something new? Celebrate it. At the end of each week, make a list of 3 things you accomplished or milestones you reached, and celebrate them in a small way. This could be treating yourself to something you enjoy, sharing your success with a friend, or simply taking a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Those are 12 traits that emotionally intelligent people share. Remember, emotional intelligence isn't something you're born with. It's something you can develop over time. By working on these traits, you can improve your relationships, enhance your decision-making, and lead a more fulfilling life. Start small, pick 1 or 2 traits to focus on, and gradually build from there. The journey to emotional intelligence is a continuous one, and every step forward is a step toward a more emotionally balanced and resilient you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future content on self-improvement, emotional intelligence, and living your best life. Thanks for watching and keep growing. Until next time, take care and keep building those emotional intelligence skills.